Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new music review. Welcome back to Stray Kids Week, of course. We are well into the week itself. Today we're covering Stray Kids 2021, which I think is another kind of repackaged, re-release album, a bit similar. I think there's another one, 2020 as well, where they've kind of re-released older tracks that they've recorded before one of their members left. So we're going to go through this album. Instead of covering the old ones, might as well just do this one instead. So hopefully it will be okay. I'm kind of still burned by Stray Kids Replay, so hopefully this is going to be a lot better. First track is SKZ Korean version. Okay, and that was SKZ Korean version. It was fine. It was fine. Quite a beat. Good, I think good vocally, performance-wise, from Stray Kids. Not too sure how kind of much I was into the instrumental. Really, it was kind of it was a little bit just nothing to it, a bit bland and flat. But no, it kind of got the job done. I think that's probably a 6. I think I could listen to it again, but I wouldn't really exactly seek it out. You know. Next up is Awaken. Okay, and that was Awaken. Yeah, interesting. A bit more like almost like a rock instrumental to that one. Yeah, a bit more different compared to some of the other tracks I've listened to from them. It's okay. I thought maybe they were lacking quite a bit vocally there. I don't know. The thing going on in the chorus was not my liking really. But it did okay. I thought it was an okay track. I think perfectly average, 5 out of 10 from that one. Next up is Rock. Okay, and that was Rock. That was interesting. A bit different than the rest of the tracks so far on the album. Once again, I suppose as the name suggests, a lot more rock influenced, I think. Yeah, definitely a bit different to anything else they've done. I like that. I think that was interesting. Vocally, again though, felt vocally not quite there. I don't know, it just felt a little bit kind of forced in many ways. It's like they weren't really into the track they were doing. It was being carried by, I think, a pretty decent instrumental there. 6 out of 10. Next up is Third Eye. Okay, that was Third Eye. Bit slower than the previous few tracks. I know, felt like it dragged quite a bit. I was kind of looking forward to that one to ending. It was okay. It wasn't like as bad as some of the really slow tracks on Replay, but just I don't know. I just didn't think once again. I feel like vocally they're just not in it with this album. They really are not giving their all to this. Maybe that's just me, but it just feels a bit phoned in. From all involved. I think that's a 5. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Next up is Placebo. Okay, now it's Placebo. Yeah, enjoyable to some extent with that track. Bit more like hyper on the choruses. It's a bit of a overblown kind of sound to them. I thought vocally they were much better than they have been on most of the album so far. Yeah, it was an enjoyable track. I thought that was pretty decent. 6 out of 10 for Placebo. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Next up is Insomnia. Okay, and that was Insomnia. That was very good. It was a very good track. Very good track. The choruses there were fantastic. I thought vocally everyone really picked up on that one. The instrumental was interesting. It felt almost dubstep inspired. It was really strange. Really nice, really like overblown and like hype. But yeah, really enjoyed that one. Not sure if it's like a track I would like actively go out my way to listen to again, but really enjoyable. I think that's a 7 out of 10 Insomnia. Next up is Behind the Lights. Okay, and that was Behind the Light. Decent track actually, considering how slow it was. Quite a slow ballad kind of track, but you know what? Didn't do too bad. They've certainly done worse. That's all I'll say. Thought everyone did okay vocally. Bit of a lacking kind of flavourless instrumental. That's kind of what you expect with this kind of track. Yeah, I think that was actually a 6. I think that surprisingly was not. It was kind of enjoyable in some ways. Next up is My Side. That's not how you do that, Brandon. Let's do that. Hope we're gonna get an 8, but this album's definitely better than Replay. That's all I'll say. Okay, that was My Side. Definitely a song of kind of two thoughts there. So I thought that was a really kind of nice, most romantic song on the chorus, but some of the kind of like their singing on the chorus, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But then, like especially at the end there, that just instrumental bit just kind of like ruins the vibe of the song. I don't know why it had it there. It didn't need to be there. It kind of ruined the mood of the track. Unfortunate. I think that's a 5 for that. Really, the end of that track really was ruined. It's a nice like romantic vibe to it, and it's just ruined. Next up is N/S. I don't know what that stands for. It's not working. There we go. Right, we'll go back to the start of that one in a minute. NS, good. I like that one. That was a really interesting song. Definitely a bit more interesting instrumental. I thought everyone did a really good job on the vocals. Kind of killed it. A bit more of a rap track as well. Interesting. Very, very good there. Very solid. 7 out of 10 for NS. Next up is 0325. Okay, that was 0325. That was okay. That was an okay track. Didn't stand out near as much as NS, but certainly was there. A bit more hype, a bit more upbeat. Not exactly a dance track per se. I wouldn't see that as a dance track, but it was certainly more upbeat and kind of to it. I thought everyone did okay on the vocals as well. The instrumental was nice, but it wasn't quite anything too like interesting and quirky to it. But you know, it was good. It was 6 out of 10 material there. Next up is For You. And that was For You. That was a long track. 4 minutes 10. It was okay. Bit slower, bit more of like a romance song. I thought vocally pretty good actually from them. I thought it was a pretty good job. Once again, they're a bit of a half-baked instrumental from them on this one, but it kind of makes sense with the track it's in mind. It was okay. I did enjoy it more than I expected. I think that's pretty a 6. I think that was an enjoyable track. Next up is Maze of Memories. If I can type. That was Maze of Memories. That was a strange track. That was strange. What was with the changing background instrumental? That was weird. It just kept like flip-flopping between like two different ones, depending on who was singing. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that. If the instrumentals are better, I probably would have worked really well. A bit like Jacking for Beats from Ice Cube, where you can change beat really easily, as long as the vocals stand up to it and the instrumentals are interesting, which neither of them were in this track. So that's unfortunate. I think it's a 4, honestly. Yeah, really just not great. Next up is Broken Compass. Okay, now it's Broken Compass. Yeah, solid track. I thought the singing on the track was kind of like a bit iffy, like a bit strained. Didn't really seem to work very well. It was really odd. But the rapping on track was fine. The instrumental was pretty good. Quite liked it overall, to be honest. I think that was a 6 out of 10. I think that was solid track. And finally, the last track on the album is Hoodie Season. Fingers crossed, we're going to get something good here as well. Okay, now it's Hoodie Season. A good finishing track. Good finishing track for the album. Yeah, really kind of interesting beat to it. Bit different to everything else on the track. Kind of felt like a closing track as well. Like the way they've melded the vocals and instrumentals to that track definitely felt like a closer. Yeah, really solid from everyone on the track as well. I think that's a 7. I think that was a really solid finish. And that is all of Stray Kids 2021. Overall, I think it was a pretty decent album. Nothing really that bad in it. A bit Maze of Memories, probably the worst track on that, and even then, that's not really that bad. There's quite a few above average to pretty decent tracks on there. Definitely worth a listen. And yeah, I think that's a really good. If it wasn't for the fact that obviously Replay and the sound came out after this, I'd be thinking that Stray Kids have definitely got a decent future. But unfortunately, my two least favorite albums of theirs are the two after this project. So didn't quite move in the right direction for me. Overall, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.